figure out what we're gonna do, and then so we can talk to Derpy. I saw Derpy called me, but I didn't get a chance to answer him.
It's because we were sitting there like literally always doing the show.
Yeah. Damn it. I forgot to do.
Oh man. 318 guys. 318.
Yep.
I'm like, man, we gotta
growing more and more, man.
Oh, 318? Holy shit.
318, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, we put out that
Wakanda Forever trailer. It's already at 445 views. It's been 10 hours.
Yeah, I think it took off. Let me put some stuff in here. I gotta share on Facebook, and I gotta. So like Facebook is kind of weird. So, like one reason I'll let you guys know, and kind of like anybody watching behind the scenes thing. So I always stream it to the Nerd Huddle Podcast Network page, and then I share it to Spoiler Kings because one, you usually don't have that issue like Jimmy usually has, where it just says Facebook user.
Yeah.
It'll say their name, and then two, the main reason why I did it is you can donate stars. You can't donate stars to a community, but you can donate stars to a page.
Okay.
And stars is just like
things that we like give
steps. Yeah. But you have to have like requirements. So you have to meet, like, you have to stream so many times a week. You have to so many hours a week and stuff like that. But it's really kind of stupid. So even though you're streaming, you have to mark what you're doing. So we like right now it was just, you know, the Nerd Huddle podcast is streaming, but I have to put chat with friends because there's nothing else. Like we're not playing any video game, and I can't type in like football or movies. Like the category is just chat with friends.
Okay.
You know, and then that's how you get you meet your requirements. I'm like,
so when you do that on Facebook or do you do it on the YouTube part?
I do it on Facebook.
Okay.
Actually, right now. Yeah, I gotta share my screen anyway. Yeah, so you go to Facebook, you know, go to the Nerd Huddle, and then all you guys are, you know, admins and mods and stuff like that. And so this is kind of like the gaming page, because we have to be a gaming video creator, you know, for it to count, because they don't have anything else. But then once you're in, this is like the page. Creator Studio. I make it so hard. Creative tools, live dashboard. And then once you're here, like you can see all the little things and stuff like that. And then you go to live producer. And then here you type in, you know, the game you're playing, which is chat with friends. Like there's VR chat, night chat. I don't know, but chat with friends. And then you could do like other stuff too. Like usually you could do polls from here if you want to do a poll on Facebook. Stuff like that. But
like we asked,
that's what I usually.
You have a poll that says, "Do you think Henry Cavill is going to come back?" Or what about this? The idea that he said he apparently had COVID. He wasn't feeling good on Friday and Saturday, and then he came up with COVID on Monday. So that's why he didn't actually show up.
That's the
rumor.
I just feel like it's giving false hope. You know?
Yeah. I mean, no, I feel like I could see it as an end credit, you know, like end scene credit. You see Black Adam fighting whoever he's fighting, and you pull back and you can see, you know, see Superman watching it all. Or Superman said, "Hey, you did a good job, but I don't think I approve of your ways." And Black Adam looks at him like, "Really, I really don't give a F." You know, like something like that. And then or just pants up and just see the S, you know.
And another faceless cameo.
Like that's what they've done the last two times. You know, no face, and you see the S, and then everyone's asking, "Is that Henry Cavill?"
Secretly, you're not a doucher.
Secretly, you're not.
They do Henry Cavill so dirty. It's just so frustrating. You know, he's a great Superman. It's just the content and the studio Warner Brothers that's just failed him.
I agree. I think he's perfectly cast as Superman.
Yeah, you know, I think he's pretty much everything you could ask for in the role. He's got the voice, he's got the build. You know, when the writing's on his.
If he was a little bit taller, he would be perfect. If he was 6'3", he would literally be perfect.
Yeah. You know,
I think that's really the only problem I think is if you had put him right next to The Rock. Mm-hmm. The Rock dwarfs him, but he's also so much taller. You know, it's not just being bigger; he's taller than he is, so it kind of looks weird.
Yeah.
Also, like The Rock is always big, always. Yeah. Like Henry Cavill kind of
goes from big
to go down a little bit and lean out, and stuff like that.
But he's in the middle of The Witcher, filming the next season of The Witcher. So,
I can't wait. I cannot wait.
So that's going to be out. He's going to be done filming with that soon. Mm-hmm. They're talking about 6 weeks. They're done filming.
Yep. Yep.
Hey. So hopefully summertime.
So I'm thinking same.
There'll probably be a lot of VA. I think there's gonna be a lot of VFX.
I don't know. I think that we might get it the same time we got last year.
I could see that.
That'd be
I could see that potentially. But yeah, it sucks that they did Henry Cavill just so dirty.
Well, that's why I think that they're going to bring him back. Yeah, I think put him with Black Adam allows the Justice League stuff to be put to the side for a little bit, and then if everything goes well, you go ahead and give him his own part 2 for his live action. Give his own side story alone, and then by that time, hopefully, you've done enough to go ahead and revisit the Justice League stuff.
He should have had at least 3 sequels by now.
Yeah, for sure.
There could have been like 3 of them, And there's so much wiggle room to do so much cool stuff with Superman. You got Brainiac. We could have had Bizarro. We could have had the Elite. The Elite would have been cool. Unfortunately, in the context of the live action stuff, it just sucks, that Warner Brothers is hardly ever willing to do anything other than Batman.
It should be know thyself. If you know who you are, know what you're good at. That's just it. Know what you're good at.
Yeah.
Stop playing around with this stuff. If you're not good at something, don't do it. Give someone else the power to do it.
Yeah. Like the DC universe could have been just as lengthy as the MCU and great in its own right. And I know we talked about that multiple times.
No, I mean,
but
they're better characters. They are better.
They are
more accepted characters.
Yeah, I'll keep it
in DC.
I'll keep it 100%. They really are. They really are.
It's almost like Marvel or like the bastard child of all the characters. Like that's what they are. You got Batman. Yeah. Marvel has Hawkeye. Like that's what they are. I mean,
yeah.
Shazam from the Marvels. This is what they are. They.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's always been like that. It's Deadpool. Oh, because they got oh my God, what's the heck his name? The other assassin in there.
Deathstroke.
Yeah.
Deathstroke. Yeah,
Deadpool. Like we got Thanos and my God, why am I having such a brain fart with all the DC characters? They got with the Omega beams.
Thanos and Darkseid.
Darkseid and Sentry and Superman. I mean, like they're just like Marvel bootlegs these great characters, and then
how much of how much of a flex on DC would it be if like Kevin Feige's like, you know what, you guys aren't going to use Henry Cavill as Superman? All right, bet I'm going to cast him as Sentry.
That would.
That would be a death blow. That's what that would be. That would be
and Zack Snyder's directing it.
Or I was, yeah. When I saw the Stinger in Love and Thunder with the Hercules reveal, I had kind of hoped that that Henry Cavill would have ended up being Hercules. You know, especially with Russell Crowe playing Zeus already.
No.
Oh. Wow, that is
That'd
good.
be kind of cool.
Imagine imagine DC did nothing during Comic-Con, right? Now imagine if they had that moment with The Rock on one side and Henry Cavill on the other side. How that would have changed all of Comic-Con. It would have changed all the entire narrative. Everybody would have been like, did you see what DC just did? DC had a chance to take over.
They really did.
For that one moment. That would have blown everything out of the water.
It really would.
It would have been seen like Marvel was trying to play catch up.
Yep.
They had a chance.
The best thing they had was The Rock's vanity project. Let's face it. As much as I love Dwayne Johnson, as charismatic as Dwayne Johnson is, Black Adam is just a vanity project for him.
But you need to use it. He is probably one of the most popular actors in all of the world right now.
He really is, and he has charisma for like eons.
And to give him credibility in superhero world, you have him go against Henry Cavill. You know, and you had that tension already. You start building from it, and that way you can to start doing something. It's just a foundation. You don't have to go right into Black Adam versus Superman. No, you don't. You don't need that at all. You just need to make sure they understand they're in the same universe and that they're around. And you use Henry Cavill's his credibility at being Superman. Use that with The Rock and his credibility of being a superstar, movie star. And that's when you start building your DCEU from there. Forget everybody, because Henry Cavill hasn't messed up, and The Rock is not going to mess up because his image is perfect. And they have the same representation. So
manager,
yeah. So I'm just saying that's the foundation I would use.
Yep, I agree. And it's and they have the room to do it. We're having it's the Justice Society that's in this movie, right?
That's what's supposed to be said.
So obviously The Rock is cool with doing an ensemble and sharing the spotlight. But when I say it's a vanity project, like I've said before, I don't think The Rock is going to play Black Adam. The Rock is just going to be playing The Rock in Black Adam cosplay. They're going to friendly up the character probably.
No, this will still be very dark.
They're going to. I mean, hell, he
can make it dark.
You couldn't even be bothered with the point. You could, but I don't think they're gonna. It's gonna be the same thing as when Will Smith played Deadshot. Even though he was one of the best things about Suicide Squad, he wasn't playing Deadshot. He was playing Will Smith in vague Deadshot cosplay.
I feel like that's the double-edged sword, because sometimes when you're such a big star, you are bigger than the actual thing that you're playing. You are bigger than that. I mean, your name is bigger than anything you could be doing. So that's like, unless The Rock is playing, I don't know what. It don't matter if it was Superman. The Rock could have been Superman. It would have been The Rock. Like, he's that big of a concept. Like, it's not even just his name. It's not just his character, but the concept of him is so big that it rivals Superman already.
the Rock,
just The Rock, like that because you're such a big star, it doesn't matter what you do, and he doesn't have to change characters. He can be the same character in every movie. You know why? That character is huge. The character is bigger than people think. Like it works for him, and I think when stars become that big, that's what happens.
Yeah, So here's the thing that I saw somebody talking about, and I don't think not enough people are talking about it. So MCU is getting so much hate for changing everyone's like, well, that's not how it was in the comic books. You know, Kamala Khan. I mean, even Gore. I thought they kept kind of true to the comic book, except the physical appearance, which is whatever. But a bunch of other people. But yet Black Adam's gonna be a completely different origin story. Because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Black Adam's original or his retcon one origin story is he sacrificed his like cousin or nephew or son, was it? To gain full power of Shazam, or in becoming Black Adam. So it's like here, it's like you're gonna like empathize for him. You're gonna be like sympathetic.
Yeah, they did this to him. He was a human first, and they did this to him.
Yeah. What was that? I told you this yesterday. Which one? Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, as a DC fan, Marge just bared WB as a company. They pissed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember you saying that.
But here, Derpy. My point is that what if Henry Cavill was supposed to be there, and what happened was he got the COVID. When he got COVID, it changed like everything that they did. So or he was feeling sick that weekend. He said, "I can't do a public appearance." They find out Monday that he has COVID, and that's why he couldn't do the appearance. But they could have taken over Comic-Con. Are they doing the DC Fandom at all this year? I mean, I don't think they're doing it again.
I don't think it didn't do well enough last year.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah, but that means that there's nothing else there, right? So this is the chance they had, the first Comic-Con back, to take over, and they could have taken it over just with having Henry Cavill and The Rock there. I think that was probably their idea. But you know what? I don't think Henry Cavill's in Black Adam. I really don't. But I think that there's going to be an end credit scene about it. I think that might be the best thing for them.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely. Warner Brothers has always been the biggest. Warner Brothers has always been the biggest villain of DC.
Yeah.
They've ran in, like if DC, not Warner Brothers, but if DC somehow managed to pull a Marvel and become their own studio, I think the quality would improve vastly. We'd get a universe that's great in its own right. That lasts as long as Marvel's has in its own right. It's a shame. It really is. Yeah. Like Marvel just, and like you guys said, like DC had the opportunity to come back like with a vengeance at Comic-Con. They had all this, they had more than enough time, to plot something great, but Feige and Marvel just like I said, they just bodied DC. Like that was like by the end of it, I'm like, that's game blouses.
But it was I think it was by circumstance. I think that DC had a plan. And they didn't go to plan.
What's up?
Yeah, I think that's what really kind of went down. Because even when you hear The Rock saying, I feel like I look back at his speech and he was talking about it depends on who's playing Superman. It's almost like he already knew who's playing Superman. Well, it's like he was playing dumb. It's like he already
playing
knew.
Dumb. That's what I felt.
He knew. He already knows who's going to play Superman. I think he knows Henry Cavill's going to play Superman. They understand this is a 3-movie deal that they're trying to do.
3 movies by now already. Like I said.
Yeah, you're not wrong though. I don't know. Warner Brothers just has been bad. So what can we really do?
Yeah,
Man of Steel was good. It was good. It was such a good. It was a good first step. I think it was a better first step than Iron Man 1 was.
What?
I think.
Iron Man 1 was
Iron Man 1
epic.
Was. It was good. It was super good. But it was also the first time we saw it. I think that's why people were saying it was so epic.
Well, no, because it was perfectly cast. I mean, and when you saw Iron Man, you saw everything. The entire cast was perfect, And then at the end, when he said, "I am Iron Man," and it ended, people lost their damn mind. People lost their. I mean, that first Iron Man was really good. It was the only good one that they had because 2 and 3 were garbage. But that first one was really, really good. And understanding how he was doing stuff and seeing all the machines and understanding how big Tony Stark really was and how genius he really was. I think they did a wonderful job with that. I don't know if Man of Steel was on that level. I don't know.
I think it was the ending of Iron Man because also I had to go see Iron Man a second time because I didn't know there was a post-credit scene. There wasn't a thing. That wasn't a thing back then. You know what I mean? So I had to go see the whole movie again, which I didn't mind, to see the post-credit. You know what I mean? Which I was like, cool, you know? Yeah, I think I thought the same.
Yeah, I saw it in the theater like 3 times. And like the only reason I knew about the post-credit scene is the day that we saw it, I read something on Ain't It Cool News, if anyone remembers that website, like mentioning stay after the credits or something to that effect. And we're like, holy crap, what could it be? What could it be? What could it be? And then you see Sam Jackson show up and you're like, holy shit, Marvel's like planning something big down the line. And then freaking Incredible Hulk comes out a month later and you see like all the references to Stark Industries and Shield, and then Tony Stark shows up at the end.
Yep, and I'm telling you, Tony Stark was such a good job at actually, being the character. Robert Downey Jr. was so perfect for Tony Stark. It's just really he stole the show, and I felt like the story made sense, and it really started out this whole thing with Marvel. Because what other origin movie was actually good?
Yeah.
That was like at that level, yeah.
No, I mean, even good. I mean, Thor was crap.
Yeah.
Captain America, I fell asleep. The first Avenger. I fell asleep.
I still love the.
That's ensemble.
I still love the first.
That was much later. That was much later. It was an ensemble. So, like, literally, there was nothing that Marvel did besides Iron Man 1. That was it. I mean, just look at the way look at the way the movies all came out. There was nothing else. Iron Man 1 saved it. Because there was besides that, everything else was terrible.
Yeah, I mean, everything else was. Well, I heard who was talking about it, but they were saying like, and I kind of agree when you like, because I don't watch Phase 1 really anymore, because a lot of the movies sucked, and it's like you were excited because you knew they were gonna all eventually come together, and because this is the first time you really saw them on camera, first time you saw Iron Man like on screen, Thor, Captain America done well, at least because there were versions of them before that were trash.
They're terrible,
but Superman we saw on screen a few times.
I feel like I'm one of. Yeah, and I was just gonna say I feel like I'm one of the few that really liked Captain America: The First Avenger. I love I'm a sucker for kind of like retro adventure style movies like that. I love the whole Raiders of the Lost Ark vibe it had to it. Obviously, it's not. It's one of the lesser. It's probably the worst of the Cap trilogy. But I still love it. I can still watch it over and over and over.
Captain America: First Avenger, I cannot watch. You know what? I'm looking at Rotten Tomatoes. It was a 79%. You know what? What also was a 79%?
What's that?
Captain Marvel. That's the same level. That's the level that we were at. Right? Iron Man's a 94%. And I'm telling you, Iron Man, that first one, I think you forget where we were because we had no superhero genre. There was nothing to base it off of Marvel, and it just took it and bodied everything. It was so good.
Yeah, and if you read up on the production history for that movie,
Favreau
really
did his thing. That's well.
Yeah, John Favreau had to like fight really hard to convince the studio that Downey was the man for the job.
Yeah,
they wanted Cruise. They wanted Tom Cruise,
where he was still very.
They wanted
Tom Cruise. Like before Tom Cruise, Nicolas Cage was rumored. Thank goodness that didn't.
Well, Nicolas Cage was going to do his own Superman movie. It was going to be Superman. Yeah. He was going to be a Superman for
for Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Warner
Yep,
Brothers.
Tim Burton.
Yeah. And there were like I know like Timothy Olyphant was considered for Tony Stark at one point. Wouldn't have been bad, just wouldn't have been Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. was
Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell was considered.
Any of those people might have ruined all Marvel's plans. Because Robert Downey Jr. was charismatic. It's not just him, but he's charismatic. He's all those things. He's quick talking, quick thinking. That's what he is. I mean, in all the movies before that, that's what he was. So it was important that they nailed that first movie, because I don't know if we would have gotten the Marvel we have now without that. Speaking of Rotten Tomatoes again, Man of Steel, anyone know where it is?
Probably
it's gotta be
50.
Nah,
51.
Better than that. I'll give it 70 something probably, right?
56.
No shit.
Holy crap, I was close.
So, I mean, I'm just to say the fact that you guys are saying Man of Steel is better than Iron Man to me just blows my mind. It's just,
I would say I don't know if it's better, but I don't know. I think I want to say it had more potential, but it really didn't. I don't know, man.
It's
Superman.
Mean,
it could have set something up pretty cool too. I think.
Was the Man of Steel good, or did it just have a really good fight scene?
I
didn't like the fight scene because I was like, cool. Yeah, they're just throwing each other into buildings.
They're just smashing a lot of stuff. That's kind of what I meant when I said the other week that to Zack Snyder, the characters were just action figures that he could use to smash things with. I don't think I don't think his mind went anywhere beyond that.
Yeah,
Tim Burton's man got canned for Wild Wild West. Well, you know what? We should thank Wild Wild West, because I think that Tim Burton Superman would have been terrible, and then having Will Smith as Neo in Matrix would have been terrible too. I think that all that would have been terrible. He single-handedly saved the Matrix with that. I appreciate it. Thank you. Honestly, I wish WB would do this, but they'll never listen.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, I know Braden was in chat saying like that new ownership with the merger and everything like that. Maybe, maybe they take it slow and figure things out, and then maybe next Comic-Con we'll get a few little hints here and there, and then like in 2 years I can see them like, all right, we're really going for it this time.
Here's the problem: can you survive it?
Yeah.
You think DC? You really think DC could survive it?
Yeah.
If Marvel is blowing it out of the water, I don't think they might not have a panel.
Nah. Because it's like you said, it's Batman, it's Superman, it's Wonder Woman. Like they could stop making movies right now. Like Shazam could be it, and they're done until 2024, and then they're like, all right, we're revamping everything. And then like, here's your new Batman, here's your new Superman.
Well, they're not gonna be new Batman. We have our Batman now, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But I mean that's
I understand
that's what they do. You know what I mean? Like if they wind up saying like, all right, cool, we're doing Robert Pattinson, but now he's a little bit older, and now he's gonna play with this character. I don't know.
Somewhere in the movie, Bruce Wayne driving Metropolis down around, stressed the fuck out.
Exactly. Yeah.
What is it? Derpy said, have animators write a storyboard of movies phase per phase, and have directors take what's there and adapt it. I don't know anymore, but WB won't listen. But once again, you have to have a leader, Derpy. That's why I think to have that, you have to have a person who's the yes and no man. Yes, you're going to do this. No, we cannot do this, or this is just what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. What you're saying is perfectly logical. It's just I don't think that you have to have someone that's going to say, put their foot down, and say, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Because if not, if each director starts doing their own thing, then you're gonna wind up with something like the Star Wars sequels. Where like everything is gonna contradict the last one. You need to have somebody be like, hold on, you can't do that because in 3 movies from now, this is gonna happen. You know what I mean? You need to have somebody who's thinking, that far down the line.
Hey, Braden, I'm not sure DC fandom is gonna happen this year.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, like
has
heard
yet to
nothing.
been announced. Yeah,
I don't know if it's actually going to happen this year. That's why I don't know.
Last year it didn't do too well. It
was terrible. It was a shit show.
I think they did 2. They did like 2 parts a few months apart. I think
it was horrible.
I don't even remember too much about it last year. I remember that like snippet of the Black Adam, like that Black Adam teaser that they had. I don't remember anything beyond that.
That's because nothing else happened.
No, they had the
sitting
Flash
here.
trailer where you see Michael, or you don't see, you hear Michael Keaton. That was probably the big thing they had.
How about this? That they had the Flash trailer this year, and they even show the Flash's face. What the hell, guys? What the hell?
They didn't have the Flash's trailer.
They did it. They did it.
He was in a trailer. He was in the Shazam trailer, but they didn't show his face.
They show his face. You're right.
Yeah, they're staying far away from Ezra.
Anybody that cares about the characters, exactly. You need someone who's going to care about all the characters, that read all the comics, that wants the story to be, figure out what story you're going to tell.
Yeah.
Which version, and that's what you really need.
I mean, you already have a great Justice League story with the animated series. Like that's the best blueprint. Like one of the best animated cartoon series of all time. You know, based around the characters you already own. What like why is this a hard thing? Like I still watch that damn show. I still watch it.
Yeah,
like,
it still holds up.
Yeah, it's so good, you know. They travel they travel to the future and meet Batman Beyond and Hawkman's, you know, kid, and like, it's so good. Static Shock. But yeah, I don't know.
So Duppy says, what is it? Best bet one of the animators doing it. I understand it, yeah, but I don't think they will give control of that person. Then they do the Suicide Game last year. That was in one of them. They had a game on one. They had games and they had movies. I think they separated the two, the fandoms.
Yeah. Because that game's coming out pretty soon, which is gonna be sick. That new Suicide Squad game.
I think they delayed it to like early 2023 or sometime in 2023 to work on it more, right? Yeah.
So yeah, it's too long, but they had the Flash trailer, the video game trailers, Black Adam, Shazam, Batman. So I was like,
yeah. The video game trailers.
Because I believe they had a Flash trailer. I'm pretty sure they had that.
Yeah,
it's coming back now, where they show like the. Yeah, they show the back of Michael Keaton Batman's cowl in the Batcave.
Yeah, if done right, I would love to see a live action Injustice movie. Also, Death of Superman. All right, look, stop trying to kill the Superman all the time, guys. Can't be every other movie. He's still Superman. You can't continue to kill him every other movie. You need to have a story before you kill him.
Yeah.
Create a story. Yeah. Get through phase one. Kill him in phase two. All right.
Yeah, and that was a bad idea to kill off Henry Cavill's Superman as only his second movie, the second movie that he was in. That was It was. It's not even his movie.
It was just
like it wasn't even a good movie. It was a good thought, but just not.
It was no one's movie. It was just Warner Brothers big trailer for Justice League.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, DC has really cool, like, not one-off, like multiverse kind of stuff. You know, like Injustice, such a great story. But how can you tell that in a movie without saying, like, wait a minute, like, you're gonna confuse a lot of people? And
they did it. They did it on TV. They literally did. I mean, not to do Injustice, but they've done the multiverse. They've done so many things. They've done Flashpoint. You know, they've done with lesser characters. They've done all these things.
Yeah, but I think TV, you have a lot more time to explain. You know, especially like something like The Flash, where you have seasons.
But that's the thing. You have to have staples. You have to have people that are going to be there for a long time, and that's what Grant Gustin kind of provided them with.
Yeah.
Martha, why do you say that name?
Yeah, like Elseworld. Yeah. You just call it like DC Elseworld, and then
you have to develop that. It's so hard to develop it if you don't put movies out with these people, multiple shows, and all these things, and that's the problem. I feel like, and maybe there's too many characters doing the same stuff. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because there's like 17 Batman, there's like 5 Superman, there's Really there's 2 Wonder Women, but that's okay. We can deal with that. But there's so many of these same characters, everywhere.
Mhm.
Maybe that's the problem. Going at the same time. TV does matter, guys. So
Yeah.
it
throws things off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Marvel has everything under control, like literally under their like control. Like because of Disney, they got Disney money, so it's frustrating because I want to see a good story. Like I want to see Killing Joke. Killing Joke would be so freaking cool live action. Like I wouldn't mind but you have to introduce Batgirl.
You have to introduce these people first.
You have to have those characters first.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. You have to get through what Marvel got through. We just talked about the whole thing with Marvel and those movies, and having Iron Man, and having Captain America, and having Thor, and having those things because you have to introduce the characters first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here, so he's like, Killing Jokes is too short of a story for live action. The animated movie added a bunch of unnecessary stuff. Very true, but also the Batman had like 4 endings, so Warner Brothers used to having unnecessary stuff.
The Batman was like, "It's over. Just joking. It's not over. We're back again." Like what? What's
I'm joking with like the 3. It literally had like
I thought it ended 3 times.
3 spots. It could have ended like 3 times. Where it's like, oh, it didn't end.
I thought it ended.
Oh
yeah, I thought it ended 2 times before the main ending.
Exactly. So 3 times total. I want to ask this question. This is a good question. What's y'all favorite DC animated show or I'm gonna add or movie? Favorite DC animated show or movie?
Animated show or
I would say, that's a good one, Jimmy. The nostalgic side of me is inclined to say Batman the Animated Series, but Justice League Unlimited was just so good.
I think mine is Batman Mask Phantasm.
Yeah,
I think that's my favorite. I mean, I even had like the little comic book that came with the movie. It was so good.
I would say Batman Under the Red Hood for me.
That one
really liked Under the
Red Hood. That's good too. Okay.
Phantasm is definitely, but the Dark Knight, the part 1, part 2, because really that's just one movie.
It is.
Like they just split it up. That I really like that. And what's his name?
Yeah.
What's the Dark Knight is the greatest. But Dark Knight is the
Peter
best
Weller.
movie.
Peter Weller was Bruce.
I didn't mean to talk over you, Brian. One more time.
No, I agree. I'm just saying Dark Knight was probably the best movie. But if talking about animated, that Mask of Phantasm was so good. And I remember watching it like, what the hell's next? It's just like what's happening next?
It really,
so good.
Like
when did that come out?
Like that 93,
90 something, yeah.
I think it's like 93.
Christmas 93.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I think.
December 24th, 93.
You realize how long? That's 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's insane.
And they haven't done anything with this story since then. Like,
yeah,
Dark Knight Returns.
Like if a live action DC universe was led or overseen by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm, who basically did the Batman, Superman, Justice League, Batman Beyond animated series, that would have been dope. I think as far as like a lot of the like people that aren't involved with the comics directly, they had a very, very thorough and very, very firm understanding of the content and the characters. I would have loved to have seen a live action universe with them in charge.
How about this though? I'm gonna just throw this out there. I believe DC has come with the better movies overall, not get together movies, but the best movies have come from DC. Not just animated, but I'm like
just
of
general,
the best overall movies that have come out between Marvel and DC. DC has come out with the best movies, but they're like one-offs. It'll be like one unbelievable good one, and then nothing for like 3 years. And it's never a group of movies that come out at the same time that have really, blown the hood off, blown the roof off. Like it's just never been that.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Justice League God and Monsters was good. It made no sense with any kind of thing. It was just a completely different thing, but that was freaking awesome. That was really good. Batman versus Robin was really good. Son of Batman was really good.
I like Doomsday. I remember all those things.
Yeah. Some of the newer ones are really good. Justice League.
I remember the only thing that really put me off. Yeah. I remember the only thing that really put me off on Superman Doomsday was like the weird animation for Superman's face.
Yeah.
They made him look all craggy in the face.
Agreed, Braden.
I liked one that's always slept on is Green Lantern First Flight. I've always been really fond of that one just because I'm such a Green Lantern fan.
Green Lantern is a great character. They never take it. Once again,
that's one of the more
characters they don't take advantage of. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what happens all the time.
Yeah, they
don't take advantage of the characters they have.
They've just never done enough with him.
Yeah. Yeah, First Flight was really good. It's such a good origin story. But even Emerald Knights I thought was cool because it was I believe 4 stories Hal Jordan was telling, and then it had the thing.
Yeah,
I thought that was super cool too.
It was like anthology style. Oh, and now that you got that pulled up, man, I really like Justice League New Frontier. I really like that one.
Did you? I didn't like it.
Really like that one. I love Justice League New Frontier.
Jimmy said Doom was good too. And he said, y'all got to hear from Doom Batman, reading how to defeat every league member.
I love that.
That's
man.
a cold twist.
My favorite part.
Yeah,
that's a cold twist.
But he had a contingency plan for everyone.
Mm-hmm. The Dark Knight Returns, Part 1, Part 2.
Yep.
Oh, so good. So good.
I still say it doesn't make any sense because Batman's a dude. He's just a dude. No matter how much money he has, he's just a guy.
I don't even feel like tumbling down that rabbit hole tonight.
Yeah, I know. So Batman versus Ninja Turtles. I don't know if you guys saw that. It wasn't that bad.
I liked it. I like the comics. I like the Batman versus TMNT comics. They're really, really entertaining.
Yeah. Batman Ninja was visually super cool. Story wise, was stupid as shit. They literally make like
one
Transformers.
Of the ones that I have not seen all the way through.
It visually is gorgeous. It's especially if you like that kind of style. It's really cool looking. Really, really cool looking. But story wise, like at the end, spoilers. But at the end, they're like stuck in like samurai Japan. Yeah. They make these houses that basically turn into like Transformers, like mechs, and then they fight like something you see in like an anime. So it was it got weird at the end, but but visually
fight the turtles. That's what Sandy wants to know.
They do. I think in the beginning they fight because they think each other are bad guys. But
so how did that look? Okay, we all know how I feel about Batman. I just got questions now. I have questions. First off, did the turtles beat up Batman because they should have?
It was kind of an even fight.
It was
4 of them. What the hell?
They're kids. They're teenagers.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. It was a draw.
This is terrible.
It was the same thing with Shredder. Shredder kicked their asses all the time because he's just a better fighter.
He's a better fighter than all 4, but he was an unbelievable master. Batman was never on that level of Shredder, right?
By the way, Batman and Shredder do fight, and it's awesome.
And who wins?
Batman.
Oh my God.
Batman.
Shredder puts up a good fight, but Batman wins. Of course, it's Batman. But yeah, it's basically Shredder and Joker kind of team up, and then Batman and the Turtles team up. But they think each other are the bad guys. It's a pretty good movie. I didn't care for how the Turtles were drawn too much, but it was a good movie. It was a fun.
My thoughts: 4 turtles, 1 bat. That's what I'm saying. 4 turtles, 1 bat. They're all masters. 4 turtles, 1 bat. That's all I got. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this out there, and I know everyone's going to really be pissed off, say I'm stupid. So we got Batman on one end and Iron Man on the other. I say Iron Man is a better hero than Batman. a better superhero. Not like heroic, because I think Batman is the most heroic of all of them, but he's not a superhero. He's just a dude. Iron Man at least has a suit that is on him, is part of him. Like, he's learned how to use it. I say he's a better superhero.
But Iron Man without the suit is just a man. Batman without the suit is still
a badass. He's still a badass. Yeah, don't get me wrong. But I feel like he's not a superhero. He's just a badass dude that walks around walks around the streets, and no one can fuck up.
There you go, Jimmy. That's exactly.
Batman is a dude. He got a utility belt. Iron Man he's shooting lasers out of his chest. What are you guys talking about? Like, he's not even. He flies. Batman walks. I'm just saying. I mean, you will never know this, but Batman's probably my favorite of all of them. But I'm just saying, he's just a guy to me. Just a dude, a badass.
Fucking crazy, man. You sound insane.
He's
you realize that?
Badass dude.
You should be medicated.
Wow.
Did you guys were you guys able to hear it?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I heard it.
Well, this is probably the best thing. This is the best one right here. If Tony never becomes Iron Man, you have no villains in the MCU, basically.
The MCU, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. That's why, because Iron Man in the comics is very different than Iron Man in MCU. Very different.
Very.
So.
I agree. But I'm saying, as far as superhero, Batman's not a superhero. He's just a really smart dude with a lot of money and a badass ninja.
Batman glides.
He's a badass ninja who's really, really, good.
Iron Man made drones. How many drones did Batman make?
He doesn't have to. They're actually real bats.
They're actual real people. He just keeps making more Robins. Or not making more. Well, technically one he did make, but
that's my point. They're dudes. They're people. It's like me and you decided, hey, look, we're going to study. We're going to learn all type of martial arts. Be like unbelievable MMA fighters, and then we're just going to have $1 billion, and we're just going to go and fight crime. That's what he is. At least Iron Man has been to space. He flies. He shoots lasers from his chest. He has guns everywhere. Like, he has all these things. Batman doesn't have none of it.
Batman time traveled when he died. He went through all the different time pieces. Seeing a caveman Batman was fucking awesome. I don't care what you say. That was cool as shit. Like, that was awesome. When the Batman Rebirth, Batman, whatever the hell they called it. Derpy said fan cast for Killing Joke live action. Tom Selleck as Gordon. Karen Gillian as Barbara. I can see that. I like her. I can see that.
She's the only she's the only Karen I will tolerate. She's the only Karen I'll allow.
Karen Gillian, I would love as Batgirl. I would love that.
That'd be cool. That'd be really good.
Love her in a lot of things. But
Bruce Wayne is the peak human. It really is. Yeah, there you go, Jimmy. Darkseid, the guy who literally, beat Superman, respects Batman.
And Thanos killed half the world and respects Tony Stark. He's the only one he didn't respect it was Tony Stark. What is your point?
Also, I think Darkseid's a cooler bad guy than Thanos.
That's because he's not.
Totally.
Yeah, sure, but he doesn't get his hands dirty because he's a badass. It's true. Thanos won and fought everybody and beat their ass.
In the MCU,
literally got lucky.
In the comics, it's different. In the comics, he gets the gauntlet because he's whooped on death. Like, he just wants he just wants to have some weird sex with.
But understand, but Thanos is still like the 7th or 6th or 7th most powerful Marvel character of all time. Like, he's the only ones that are above him are like gods, as far as like.
Well, he's part god, so yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, Darkseid would destroy Thanos. I agree.
Yeah,
agree.
If Batman could beat him, I'm just saying. Thanos would kill Batman.
So, what's it?
Snap.
not to stray off too far, but
no,
we're way off the way off the reservation.
We veered way off course, right?
Yeah. Thanos copter.
When you said Thanos copter, I like it.
That's Marvel doing weird shit that Marvel does. There was that point where everybody in a Marvel comic needed to have a vehicle. Spider-Man needed a motorcycle for some reason. I don't. Marvel always does weird shit like that. Oh man,
I'm saying Darkseid must not be that smart if he can't beat Batman. I'm just saying.
No, he beats Batman. It's just he's the only one that gives Darkseid a run for his money. He's like, because you're smarter. You're smarter than anybody else I ever fought. So therefore, that makes you more dangerous, more so than Superman.
Are you trying to argue with me now that Batman's smarter than Tony Stark? Tony Stark, he didn't just figure out how to time travel. He fucking built it.
See, but which
he made elements.
There's MCU Tony Stark, which is nothing.
Are we talking about the context of the MCU or the comics?
Exactly, because that's different.
Even in the comics, he's the smartest person out there. Him and Mr. Fantastic are 1 and 2 on every list. On his every list, they are the number one and number two.
He beats himself though with his ego. In the more recent comic books, he becomes a god. He literally becomes a god and decides he wants, like, I think, what was it? He wants everyone to be like the same, or he does something stupid, and the Avengers had to take him down.
His problem is he's too smart for his own good. But you can't tell me that Batman's is not. I don't think Batman's smarter than Tony Stark. Come on, man.
I would give it. Tony Stark's a genius, but Batman
has other people that are smart around him because he's a billionaire and he just listens to them. I don't guess.
They don't
you all grew up with Batman. That's all it is. He's a dude.
All right. We need, because we keep going on this rant. We're just gonna have a whole show.
It's my fault.
Yeah, let's go.
100%. It's 100% my fault. I'm sorry, everybody. I just don't believe in it.
We're already talking DC and stuff like that. So I titled this episode as "Who Won Comic-Con?" Marvel or DC? Yeah, it's basically that. But I mean, obviously, it's there's no question. You know, Marvel won. But like you were saying earlier, if Henry Cavill came out with Black Adam, would that have single-handedly because Marvel showed here's the next 3 years. Here's cool title logos, and then here's Black Panther trailer. That's really all they did, right? Which, I'm definitely underselling it, but it was freaking awesome. Seeing that where it's gonna lead in 3 years from now. But that's all they did. They didn't have anybody on stage besides Kevin Feige. They didn't do anything there. DC had Black Adam show up, The Rock dressed up as Black Adam. But if Henry Cavill had showed up, and they were like sitting next to each other or did a little event, that would have.
It would be the same thing as I said. Marvel has a better group of shows like the Avengers and all these things, but it'll be like them dropping The Dark Knight. One thing for The Dark Knight is the best superhero movie ever created. The best one. Live action is the best superhero movie. And that's what it would have been. It would have been this is the one moment. This one moment is the best moment in all of Comic-Con. This would have been it. Having The Rock on one end and Henry Cavill on the other end, dressed in their stuff and their suits, would be the best moment of all Comic-Con. And people would have said Marvel won, but damn, did you see them do that? That's what
everyone would be talking DC.
It just DC would have made a huge giant leap forward for that one moment. The whole thing would have been ran by Marvel, but that moment would have been epic.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's unfortunate that Warner Brothers DC has been plagued by so many unfortunate events. Henry Cavill allegedly getting COVID, this whole debacle with Ezra Miller, this whole debacle with Amber Heard, if she's going to be recast or her scenes being recut. You know, they didn't even say anything about the Flash or Aquaman. The only thing we heard about the Flash was that shot in the Shazam trailer.
It was like,
the
Flash.
Yeah. Yeah, and
they even showed his side, an arm and a butt cheek. That's all we got.
You know, so you know, granted, Marvel was a ton of announcements with no like footage or anything like that. But you know, we did get enough. You know, we got She-Hulk. What I'm getting is, you know, we got She-Hulk.
They had those trailers too.
And you know, they mapped out a plan for the already established universe, so it was more than enough to get everyone amped. And hell, 2 Avengers movies in the same year, 6 months apart—that's going to be insane.
It is,
you know.
But if Henry Cavill stood next to The Rock, if Henry Cavill stood next to The Rock, and they were going face to face, that one moment would have eclipsed everything else. That one moment would be the biggest moment in all of Comic-Con. Everyone would have been talking about that. Everyone would have been taking pictures. It would have been over the internet. It would have broke the internet. It literally would have broke the internet.
Yeah. Nerds. I mean, that's not one stuff though. Yeah, nerds would have lost their mind.
But they did. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Because I was watching the John Campea today, and he was talking about that. Well, you know, because obviously the COVID thing was a big issue. Hey, what is up, Alyssa?
Alyssa,
I'm here to walk. What's up? But yeah, he was talking about that, and they're like, well, could he have done Zoom? And you know, could he have just been on Zoom? It would not have been the same, exactly. Because I forgot, because a few years ago, well, obviously a few years ago, because COVID, when The Rock was announced, you know, and he was on Zoom. And then he came out. He's like, "Oh, I can't do this," and he like walks out and he comes out onto the stage.
And everyone's like losing their
mind.
That
was insane.
And now imagine The Rock doing all the stuff he was saying, right? Oh. And then you pan to the crowd, and all of a sudden the spotlight goes on one person, and it's Henry Cavill, and he's like stands up in his Superman outfit. Dude, it would have been epic. And you have Henry Cavill on one end of the stage and The Rock on the other end of the stage. That moment would have changed everything that everyone talked about.
Yeah,
and just for good measure, have Zachary Levi show up in the middle and just say something really childish.
No, he should just come out and then trip over his own feet and
like eating popcorn. I can just feel like the camera cuts to him and he's just in the crowd eating popcorn. He's like, "Oh yeah,
this could be good, guys." Yeah, I can tell.
They could have done some cool stuff. Man, you know, right now Braden is giving me hope. Hopefully it's not false hope with the new management, you know, the new people in charge of WB, and hopefully they know what they have and do something good with these characters.
There's more than enough potential. They just got to tap into it.
For sure. Just don't rush it. You know?
How long have we been saying this, guys? We just talked about Mask of Phantasm came out in 1993, guys. They've had potential for forever, and they've had a great Batman in that time. They have
a couple.
Yeah,
they've had several.
Yeah. Have they had several great Batmans?
Bale, Affleck was good.
But I don't think
Robert Pattinson is kind of surprised.
Robert Pattinson, I think, I'll put him on a great Batman. Christian Bale and him right now. I don't think Ben Affleck was. He didn't do it in the movie.
I think it was good.
Ben Affleck was good. He just worked with crappy content.
Batman versus Superman, I thought he was good. After that, I think he was over it.
Batman versus Superman wasn't a good movie.
No, it was a bad movie.
It wasn't a good movie.
That's what I'm saying. So if you don't have a good movie behind it, not just the concept behind it, but you didn't have a good movie behind it. It's just one of those things. It's like, you guys thought good, but you just didn't work out well.
Yeah,
it's to me, it's like Thor, like those first two Thors. You say Thor, great concept, great casting, but you did terrible. And then Ragnarok came out, and we're like, that's what we're saying. That's what it should have been. But you can't say he's a great Thor until he becomes that.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah. Well, here, hold on. So he goes. So Brayden said, "I think DC is doing what the Chicago Bears are doing, taking a step back to come back with a better plan and hopefully have stuff planned out and stick to it."
Hey,
so
we got a line now. We got a line now. That's all I care about. That means we're protecting. We're not like putting Justin Fields out there and saying, "Hey, you're no longer our quarterback." That's what they're doing. They got Henry Cavill. They're like, "Hey, you're no longer our quarterback. We don't need you. You know, I know you want to sign with us, but we don't really want you there." That's what DC's doing. We at least protected our quarterback, and we were like, "Yeah, you know, you're going to be our quarterback." You know, come on, Bears know what they're doing.
Well, that's a good segue to our sports stuff. So because we are the Nerd Huddle, you know, we here at Sporter Kings do a lot of the nerdy kind of talk, but over on Panda Grizzly, Dynasty Pylon, you know, and the Morning Spike is going to be over on the Dynasty Pylon channel. That's where you get all your sports stuff. So you get a little of the nerd, you get a little huddle. So make sure you go check them out. Make sure go check out Dynasty Pylon as well.
Sorry, I started laughing when I saw what Jimmy just said. World War II was a terrible movie. Wonder Woman, not the actual war.
God, it was so bad.
It was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
But once again, it was not her fault. It was a terribly written movie.
Yeah, but like going back to like the Thor thing is like because Thor 1 and 2 were bad, but Chris Hemsworth was good. You know what I mean? Like
he was still bad in the movie, but I don't think he was a good Thor. If the movies are terrible, if they're crappy movies,
I think
I think they are now.
A good actor.
I think Avengers helped him be a good Thor. Mm-hmm. I think all the movies that brought them all together, you could see the potential.
Did Jeff Johns write Wonder Woman 84? Oh, wow. I love Jeff Johns, like in the comics, but
I had no idea. I had no idea that he wrote it.
See, then it's all coming together now, guys. Sad to admit, though, Batman Robin is so bad, but I low-key love it. That tells me enough.
If you look right at there, Batman
that tells me enough about this whole conversation about this Batman stuff. You just can't be honest. If you're gonna think that Batman versus Robin, you still love it, that means you guys just love Batman too much. That's what that means. You love Batman too much. If I had an arbitrator right now, he'll say, "Game, Brian, 1. Let's go."
I don't love Batman and Robin at all, but if you look at it as a 2-hour episode of the Adam West series, it becomes a lot more digestible. Not good, but a lot more easy to tolerate.
Yeah. Screenplay was Patty Jenkins, Jeff Johns, and Dave. What was it? Callahan. Yeah, story by Patty Jenkins, Jeff Johns. I mean, it was produced by Zack Snyder too, and Gal Gadot.
Look, no. Huh. Well, the puns, Brian. The puns. No.
Batman and Robin was horrible.
Yeah, Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Jeff Johnson, Dave Callahan. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, just I know they're saying Wonder Woman 3 is in development. I don't know where they are with it, but just do the opposite of what you did with Wonder Woman 84, and just do whatever you did with Wonder Woman 1.
Stop taking the power of the superhero away from the superhero. Yeah. Stop trying to humanize the superhero all the time. She's Wonder Woman. She's like a god. What are you doing? Yeah. It's like, stop trying to do that.
I think a lot of stories try to redo Spider-Man 2. You know what I mean? Like, Uma Thurman looked good.
No, Sandy.
I mean, it's Uma Thurman. So, I would say Ragnarok. You rode the hammer. The hammer rode you. Oh, the hammer pulled you off. Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man.
Ragnarok.
Such a good movie.
Still my favorite of the Thor quadrilogy.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, but Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I mean that's what I was just thinking with DC is like they lost, but it was there, and that's what I feel the issue with DC in general. It's like it's there in within reach, and every single time you fail.
yeah, they fumble the ball every time.
Yeah,
You know, and
No,
just
that's not. It's not what it is.
yeah,
They are terrible at what they do. They just have great characters that people continue to overlove, but they're terrible
yeah,
at what they do. Literally,
yeah,
they're terrible.
and you know, Marvel has such an extended universe that, you know, at this point they can literally do anything. You know, we're getting, you know, Secret War. You know, we're getting Kang Dynasty, Quantumania. They're saying it's supposed to be a big game changer. Hell, they're doing Thunderbolts, which I never believed, which I never thought they'd do. And that's like one of the things that I'm more excited for, because that's basically going to be Marvel's answer to Suicide Squad, basically.
Marvel's TV shows are better than DC's movies.
Yeah, they are.
Marvel's
and
Disney Plus
I can't wait to
shows
see
are
what they
better
do with
than
Daredevil,
Disney.
dude.
That's just say it again though. Marvel's Disney Plus shows are better than DC's movies.
I mean, you're gonna upset a lot of people because there's people that hate the shows. I mean, I agree with you. The shows I think are amazing.
I like them.
I mean,
like
there's
the
a lot of
shows.
people that hate the DC movies too.
Yeah. Touche.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's just they like you said, they need to stop fumbling the ball. Like,
yeah,
you got all the players, you got everything,
just focus on doing. Just
Dude,
focus
they're
on the
out
quality.
there for a football game. They're playing it with a basketball. Like that's what, they're out there, you know, in jerseys, and everyone else like, oh, let's play football. And they're like, huh? What are we talking about? They don't know what they're doing. You know, they don't know. Everyone's playing one way, and they're doing something totally different.
Yeah, is that Black Widow and Loki alone are better than what DC has produced lately?
You're not wrong.
Yeah. But Black Widow was even like one of my least favorite MCU films, I thought.
Yeah,
but it was still.
I like
it.
Was,
it
was
okay. It was okay.
It's better than Captain America, First Avenger.
And you know, I think they waited too long.
That's the problem I have. I think they waited too long. They waited too long. You can't bring that movie. It's a good movie. You can't do that after all the Avenger movies.
Yeah, they should have made that. You know, that should have been like a month. That should have come out like a month after Civil War.
Exactly.
You know,
right after Civil War, that next little slot that Marvel has, that movie should have came out.
Yeah,
and it would have made perfect sense, and that's what we should have done. But the movie itself is good if you just put it in the right context.
Sure.
Yeah, Taskmaster was my biggest issue.
Yeah,
I thought that was so stupid.
Yeah,
that was like a big waste.
Big Taskmaster is one of my favorite Marvel villains.
That's okay. Yeah, but you have a multiverse, guys. We got multiverse.
I know. I hope. Let's hope. And then Martin, what's up? Well, he said Daredevil is effing great. It is.
I cannot believe we're only like 4.5 months of Daredevil. That's going to be amazing.
18 episodes. That's insane.
18 episodes at a week apiece. We're going to get 4.5 months of Daredevil. That's awesome.
I'm just worried,
right?
Because they have to go dark with the storyline that it looks like they're going to tell, the whole rebirth, reborn, whatever story.
Yep.
So it has to go dark, which means it has to be born again. So it has to be dark. It has to be gritty. It has to be like the Netflix show. I hope they go that way. I really, really hope they go that way.
I honestly feel like they're going to go that way, but they're going to bring in lighter characters to allow you to digest it more easily. That's why, you know, we have She-Hulk. I think She-Hulk might be something that comes in every once in a while after it gets too dark. I think they'll have other characters come in, drop in if it gets too much.
Yeah, I really hope they maintain the tone of the Netflix series, because that was absolutely perfect.
No, it was perfect. But do you really believe they're going to do that?
I don't. And I think I kind of think when they say born again, you know, this might be pertaining to this more or less being a soft reboot. It might even be a hard reboot. You know, there's rumors that they're going to recast Elektra. and I'm kind of wondering
Oh, they
what
are.
that's going to.
They did.
Yeah,
They already did.
Yeah.
So it's official.
Yeah, it's a new actress as Elektra. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't. I'm not going to butcher her first name. I know her last name's Gonzalez.
I'm just looking at what Braden said. Nah, Peacemaker is way better than those. Black Widow was so blah. Well, Peacemaker
was great.
is a very good show. I do not believe Peacemaker was better than Loki. I do not.
Oh no,
it doesn't matter what you're saying to me. It's not better than Loki.
No.
Every week I was on that. Peacemaker was fun because what it was for what it is. It's just what it is. It's fun.
I'm gonna master. I'm gonna master the opening dance sequence one day. By the way, I'm gonna master that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna record it.
Record it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our closing.
Record it. Yeah, we'll put you in the back somewhere dancing with Peacemaker. That would be awesome. But yeah, I do kind of agree. Black Widow was kind of blah. You know, that's how I kind of felt after it was.
I was very middle. I was very middle of the road on it.
It was fine if it was used at the right time. I'm telling you, because I feel like that's what it was.
You know, that's my issue. It's just bad timing. Bad timing.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to get back to Darth Sandtrooper. I'm almost done with season 3 of Daredevil. Season 3 starts to get season 3 starts to set up something bigger that never comes because that's when it ends. I believe season 3 is when it ends.
Yeah,
season 3 was the last. Yes,
the last one.
Yeah, but the way it ended and everything, like I thought it was really, really cool.
Everyone should have said it should have kept on going.
Yeah, 100%. You know, but we're never gonna get the stuff that it's set up, which is kind of disappointing.
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. But
I'm wondering if they're gonna if they're gonna bring in or like reboot the other street level characters like Luke Cage or Jessica Jones.
Well, they said like Jessica Jones is going to still do it. She's going to be back.
Good.
Yeah.
Now do Luke Cage next.
I don't know if you could do that with Luke Cage. I think he's become Michael Coulter. I feel like he's becomes big enough now that Evil on CBS. First of all, I watch that every Sunday. I watch a lot of shows, guys. Just so everyone else, I watch everything I can put my fingertips on. It's so good. I don't know if you're gonna be able to pull him away from the stuff that he's doing.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'd love to see Luke Cage back.
He's great, but I just don't know if you're gonna be able to get that.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
please.
And
although they made improvements in season 2. Season 2 was so much better than season 1. Season 1 was bad. Season 2 was pretty cool, except the way it ended was weird.
Yeah, and I was waiting to see the explanation for that it was kind of abrupt. I didn't particularly mind Finn Jones too much, and I would have been fine at one point if they brought him back and just got a new choreographer for him. But at the same time, I'm like, he was nothing against the guy. He wasn't very memorable in the role. So if they recast Danny Rand, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was literally my least favorite of all. I was like, it's kind of bad.
And it sucks because it could have been dope, but and Marvel's proven with Shang-Chi they can do like a badass martial arts movie. So bring that energy to Iron Fist, and if you're gonna eventually incorporate him into the greater MCU.
Yeah, Jimmy brings up a good thing. He goes, "Does Spider-Man make an appearance in the new season of Daredevil?" I'm assuming.
No.
That's interesting, but
not
in
yet.
The animated show, the first was it what the hell is it? Spider-Man Year One, I think it's called, or what is it called? Or Freshman Class.
Freshman Class, yeah.
Freshman year.
They have a picture. I mean, Charlie freshman year. Yeah. Charlie Cox is going to voice Daredevil in that show, and it looks like he's going to have the costume, the red and yellowish costume in that. So it's going to be interesting. I don't know how that's going to be canon because they said it's canon to the MCU.
They did?
Which is kind of, yeah. They said it's going to be canon, but it makes no sense because Norman Osborn shows up in the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to do that.
I know the animation for it or the storyboards. The animation just looks so crisp. I love that that Jack Kirby style animation.
It's very old school. If you want to know what we're talking about, I'll probably show you. But when it first all dropped, we threw it up on our Facebook group. So make sure you click the link in the description, join our Facebook group if you're over on Facebook. We're almost at 400 people, which is super awesome, man. I never thought it was gonna happen. Yeah. But like obviously Comic-Con happened, so I put up a bunch of pictures. So when they did that, see if I can find it, because I know some pictures of the spider. I love it. It looked old school, but with that new crisp look to it.
Yep. Very awesome, and I love that they're taking it back to that. I can't wait to see it in motion. And they already made official the second season, Spider-Man sophomore year.
Did they?
Yeah, they mentioned that around the same time.
Yeah, so that's
awesome.
There's Daredevil. Charlie Cox is gonna play or voice him. We got Peter Parker. It reminds me of like the very old school kind of look to it, but it looks clean. It's Spider-Man. Doctor Strange would be cool. Yeah. I thought I had one of Norman. Because a lot of people are saying Norman, his hair is like super on point.
Yeah,
he's like he had the
He's
waves.
got the waves.
Yeah. I don't have it.
I would have loved to have seen Willem Dafoe rock that in live action.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. What else you got?
They did. I know they showed some of the stuff for Marvel Zombies, like the, it's going to be. They say it's going to be rated MA, TVMA.
MA, yeah, TVMA. Which is going to be super cool.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And I know it's using like the same animation style from What If, which I really, really liked.
I gotta ask a question though. What do you think? When are they going to have Deadpool? When do they introduce Deadpool?
Basic.
That's a good question. I'm surprised they didn't.
Phase 6, you don't think they're going to use him with Paul Rudd in Phase 5? Can you imagine Paul Rudd?
Well, weren't there a bunch of open slots that they had that Kevin Feige had showed?
They said that they're going to do more. Yeah, they're still going to.
There's 8.
This is just going to be stuff.
Oh yeah,
but there's still a lot more. I really believe that Deadpool is going to be in one of these movies. I think it comes out late next year. I think Deadpool to be late 2023, early 2024. We get Deadpool.
So that's all Phase 5. Which I believe it looks like they released all of Phase 5. All right. And then Phase 6. Really? So Phase 6 has all the openings. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm inclined to say it'll be that fall 2024 one after Fantastic Four. But
that could be before Fantastic Four,
yeah. Like Brian said, I wouldn't be surprised if we get something earlier than that.
I think early 2024. I'm thinking early 2024 or late 2023. We're going to get Deadpool because they're doing these dark things, and you already have Blade that's going to be basically rated R. All these movies are going to be coming rated R. I think that's when perfect time to introduce Deadpool.
Well, I think they did say that Blade's actually going to be PG-13. I know they did on that a while back.
Is it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was surprised about that. They said that a while back, but I'm still going to keep an open mind just because I love Mahershala Ali. The director they have is pretty cool, and I'm just kind of interested to see where they go with it. So, I think Mahershala Ali has some big shoes to fill taking over from Wesley Snipes, but it's Mahershala Ali.
That's what they should have. They should have in Secret Wars. Secret Wars. I want to have all of them back. I want to see Wesley Snipes as Blade. I want to see everyone who's ever done. I want to see Christian Bale as freaking Batman. I mean, not Batman. It's Batman. It's just
Gore.
Gore. I want to see everyone who's ever been in any of these things. I want to see all of them. I want to see everyone come back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
how crazy would it be to see Christian Bale in another MCU movie rather than just being
cool.
a one-off?
So he said these guesses are from Twitter. So this is, I think, Phase 6 looks like. So
This
winter
is all
2024, yeah, Eternals 2, then Fall, Deadpool 3. See here, you're missing. Oh no, yeah. So Eternals, Deadpool, Young Avengers.
He's missing what you call it?
Fantastic Four, but
Yeah.
that would probably be fall of 2024 too. Because I mean, these are the open slots. Yeah, Doctor Strange 3, I can see that. Spider-Man 4,
2025,
2.
3 years for Spider-Man. Wow.
You have to set up Spider-Man first for like Secret Wars, right? I mean, you have to. You cannot have Secret Wars or Avengers. You can't have an Avengers movie without Spider-Man.
Exactly.
You know, so you have to have Spider-Man have his thing and kind of meet up with some of these characters. Some, either Fantastic Four, that'd be kind of cool.
I definitely
Deadpool,
see it.
Spider-Man Deadpool will be awesome.
Yeah, I definitely see him showing up alongside Deadpool and them having their little shtick and banter together. Definitely definitely Fantastic Four, because him and Johnny Storm were really tight in the comics. Mm-hmm. I'm curious to see if he's gonna rock his paper bag movie suit, because I know Feige, the Bagman suit. Because I know Feige said like Daredevil and Spider-Man are going to be more or less like strictly street level, which I'm cool with.
Yeah.
Because they were very much, I think Spider-Man's at his most entertaining when he's
friendly neighborhood.
Yeah, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
That's are we going to see this in the MCU?
I'd love to see a Bagman costume.
Yeah, that would be super cool. I think it would throw a lot of people off. They're like, but that'd be funny.
Yeah,
that'd be funny.
That'd be hilarious to see.
Yeah, I can see them not doing it as he joins the Fantastic Four. I can see it more as Peter in a Halloween costume, and then needs to go do Spider-Man. But since he's already wearing a spandex suit, he just throws on a bag, and then go.
Yeah.
I can see something along those lines where he's not actually part of the Fantastic Four, but he has to go save the day. That's awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, fantastic. Speaking of which, Fantastic Four has a release date. I'm curious to see if John Krasinski plays Reed or not, or if they're going to get someone else. It kind of sounds like they were leaning towards getting someone else. But I'm curious to see where they go with that.
He was in what was he on Fallon the other night, and he was asked some questions, and he didn't say no, because if you aren't in the movie, then just say no.
Yeah.
But he kind of like went around everything. He's like, well, I don't know. Well, Marvel, they keep everything tight. It was like, so you might be in it. Like I don't know. Like.
Feige's keeping it real close to the chest. That's all it is.
Yeah. At D23, we're gonna get all this stuff. We'll find out if all these things. Deadpool 3, Shang-Chi, Nova.
So Deadpool 3 starts filming February 2023.
Does it?
Yeah.
I said those are the missing projects. I want more Shang-Chi. I want more.
Yeah. Because they already made the sequel official, same director as the first one, who's we were saying is gonna direct Kang Dynasty. He's got a sweet freaking deal,
Yeah.
And
also,
he's directing the Wonder Man series and
10 Rings.
And 10 Rings, yeah.
Yeah. And 10 Rings isn't on this list, so
I'm saying that there's gonna be more projects even than they released. They always do that. They always have more projects than they're releasing right now. So
yeah.
There's a lot to unpack, man. I'm curious to see where they go with this new Captain America movie with New World Order.
So wait a minute. Ask the question you asked me earlier. Brandon. About
with Kang Dynasty. the lineup, like what?
Yep.
Who do you see being the lineup for Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, for that matter?
Who are the Avengers?
Who are the Avengers?
Like as of right now,
Tank, we don't know you.
Oh, you're asking me? Oh, I was waiting for you to answer. I mean, obviously Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Falcon. You're probably gonna skip Bucky, or not Falcon, Captain America, the new Captain America. You probably get Bucky.
You don't think he's done?
Probably no. He's still around. You know, I think him and Sam are gonna be like BFFs. If anything, we got from that show that they're together. Yeah, one, like they want to remember Steve, so like them being together is the best way to remember Steve, kind of thing.
I see them. They're coming together, and a kid come and say, "Hey, Uncle Bucky," and because he realized that he married Sam's
sister.
Yeah, I can see that happening. He'd be pissed.
Oh, that'd be funny as shit. Like what? We got
no Hulk. Here. So no Hulk. Is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, Hulk, She-Hulk will probably show up.
What about?
I can see Daredevil,
Thor.
Yes, Thor. Yeah, definitely.
I think Thor will definitely be there.
I think Thor's going to carry it.
Thor for sure.
I feel like he's the one to carry all this stuff, guys.
Ant-Man, Wasp. Like you're gonna have a big group, and I think the King Dynasty movie is probably gonna split a lot of them up because you're gonna have so many of like Avengers, and then Secret Wars is gonna either put them against each other or have them all kind of come together and beat, you know, the big bad guy or whoever it may be.
And does the Beyonder enter Phase 6?
It could.
It could. I don't think so.
I don't know
where are you going to explain it? Where you going to explain it?
You can do it anytime. He's almost a god. He's almost any of those entities, especially the Eternals too. You can explain them then, you know. Yeah. And the Beyonder is really the one that's going to set up all this crap.
Yeah, I can see them replacing the Beyonder with a version of King, like one of the King variants.
Dude, I'm with it.
It's easier and it's quicker, and you don't have to worry about.
It streamlines. It streamlines things, makes it a lot more straightforward without, you know, kind of veering too off the course, you know, in terms of whatever they have planned with Kang, who's just going to be insane. Jonathan Majors is just going to kill it, just playing all these variants.
I was going to say, what about Warlock? Got me.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be so many people.
Yeah, like it's going to be nuts. I can't wait.
Yeah. And then also we got Cult Lords. So make sure you guys go check out Cult Lords on YouTube. They're doing a bunch of trailer reactions, and they're super fun to watch right now. So I hope you guys start doing some movie reviews again too. Those are fun too. But the trailer reactions, I love watching trailer reactions, getting how people's different takes and stuff on it. So check out Cult Lords. They just, I think, went over 200, so now they're on their road to 300. So go show them some love. But they came in and said
more trailer reactions. Speaking of which,
yeah, we're gonna do that in a minute. We need to stop talking about Batman so much.
Your fault. He's a dude.
Oh, that's me.
He's a dude.
See, you can't even say it's called the B word now. Exactly. So they say Chris Evans and Michael B. Jordan both played Human Torch. Who will be the third? Who could be a good Human Torch?
That's a great question.
You know, because say if they do get Krasinski and they get Emily Blunt, you know, and the big rumor is Jason Segel might be the Thing in the She-Hulk. So say if those three are true, you have the Thing, Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman. No one's really talking about Johnny Storm. Who's gonna play Johnny Storm?
It's hard.
Who would make a good Johnny Storm?
They said,
you know what? If
he's too old now. I think he's too old.
Yeah.
How is he too old? We're talking about Emily Blunt being the Invisible Woman.
But you know,
what are you talking about?
Let me see out there.
John Krasinski is like 46. Like, just these guys.
But you know, like Johnny was supposed to be like the baby of the group. You know,
he can still be that.
He's
I'm gonna guess Emily Blunt's 42.
She's 39.
39.
And Zac Efron is 34. So I guess you could. You know, that's a 5-year difference.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I mean, he still looks young too. You know what I mean? Like, cut off that beard he grew.
Yeah.
We can say he say he's 34 now. We can make him. He could be 28. No problem.
As far as if depending on if he could rock blonde hair, Joe Keery from Stranger Things wouldn't be bad. Who plays Steve?
Mm-hmm.
Too
you know who would have been you know who would have been really good, but he's probably too old now. If I had my way, and if if he were still like in his younger days, Garrett Hedlund from Tron would have been good.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like him, but I think it's too late now for him too.
Yeah. Yeah. He could be Warren Worthington in the X-Men reboot.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at these things. We'll get older.
Yeah.
All right. This might be good or really, really, really bad. Dave Franco.
I take it.
Oh my god. That could be really bad.
I take it.
It could be really, really bad.
Really bad.
I like Dave Franco. I think he's fun to watch.
Too.
He's got that enthusiasm for Johnny. And the kind of douchiness.
Yeah.
I wouldn't hate it.
Franco is short. Yeah, he's super short. I don't know what he is. I just seeing him around other people, he's super short.
Yeah, he's super short. Yeah.
But I don't think Human Torch is known for being tall or anything, is he? I don't know.
He's 5'7". So Dave Franco's 5'7". Zac Efron's 5'8".
Oh, really? Really? Zac Efron's
he's a little dude, but he's just big, you know?
Little dude.
Yeah. You know who I think I may have mentioned this way back, but even though I wouldn't mind Jason Segel as Ben Grimm, I still say Alan Ritchson would have been great. Or would be great. From he's the new Jack Reacher. You know, he was in Blue Mountain State.
Oh no,
he's too big.
He can play Sentry. Yeah, put a blonde wig on him and have him.
He can play Sentry. Yeah. Exactly. Good job.
Well, you know, Ben Grimm was even before he became the Thing. He was a big dude. He was an All-American football hero. In the comics, you know, he was a big dude anyway.
Yeah, but I feel like he'll overshadow because he's good looking too. Like I think you need someone who's not all those things. You know, you can't be looking at him like, man, we should have chosen him for Adam Warlock. I think that might be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been fine for Warlock as well.
Yeah,
but you know, it wouldn't matter anyway because we're talking about all CG.
Yeah.
They're probably gonna make
Dylan O'Brien's not too bad. He's from Maze Runner, I believe.
Maze Runner.
I love Dylan O'Brien.
That wouldn't be bad. I think. Yeah, I can see that. Which is funny because I think he's also rumored to be dating Chloe Bennett, who might be coming back into the MCU as Quake. So.
What about what's his name? What about Dean? With Jensen Ackles?
Nah.
Jensen Ackles for johnny?
Yeah, no, for Ben Grimm, and they just make him everyone really good, and don't ever use his face. That would be so awesome.
I think Jason Segel would be. Yeah, he is. I like Jason Segel because he has different voices and he's funny.
He's a good actor. He's a good actor and he's funny. So like you can have the serious part and you can have the funny part, and you know the playoff of that would be great. And if Krasinski is Mr. Fantastic, oh my god,
yeah,
I don't know if they ever will get through the filming. I don't think they'll get through the filming. It'll be too much joking around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Zac Efron be like, guys, we gotta take this seriously. Come on, let's do this.
Yeah, Ben does need to have that kind of jolly, kind of jovial side to him. So, but yeah, I'm curious to see how things pan out with Fantastic Four. Like, hopefully they finally get it right this time. You know, there are times that
I think they will.
No, yeah, they're going to do it right, and they take their time. And this is what Tanks keeps on saying: everyone, take your time. This is what they need to do: take their time.
Yeah,
if it's not ready, don't do it. Wait till you have.
I'm curious to see who they pick to direct it, because John Watts, who did the last 3 Spider-Man movies, was supposed to do it and backed out, which I understand he probably has a little superhero movie fatigue after delivering 3 Spider-Man movies.
Rainn Wilson as the Thing. I can't imagine John Krasinski and Rainn Wilson back together.
I'm like, really? You gonna put that on us? Really?
You'd be Mole Man.
I can imagine the Thing telling him Mr. Fantastic, like Mr. Fantastic molds his face to look like the Thing. He goes, identity theft is a real issue.
Yeah.
That's good.
That would be awesome.
Man.
I do love Rainn Wilson, man. He needs to be in more things.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, actually.
No. Yeah.
That's funny.
Hire Brad Bird for Fantastic Four.
Sure. I'd agree with that. He made 2 awesome Fantastic Four movies anyway. The Incredibles.
Yeah,
that is true. That's good.
Better Fantastic Four movies than the actual Fantastic Four movies we got.
Wow.
What if the Russo brothers ended up doing the Fantastic Four, and that's why they're so going away from the Avengers, but they're okay with it. Like, it seems like everyone's on the same page. Everyone's just really happy about. Oh yeah, no, we still love those guys. We still love these guys. And then they gave the Russo brothers Fantastic Four.
On one hand,
you finally get the reference I made. I don't know. Yeah, but is it definitely Office 2.0?
That's what I think. Yeah. I think what if they gave the Russo brothers something like that? Fantastic Four.
I'd be fine with the Russo brothers coming back on one hand. On the other, I kind of want some new blood moving forward.
I think when you have the Fantastic Four and you have Doctor Doom, there might want it in people's hands, someone's hands that they can trust, that they know that can do a good job. Capable. Yeah, because all these other things, or we're going to untapped waters, places we've never gone swimming. This is something different. But when you get the Fantastic Four, you need to be good, and you need to be able to trust those directors, because they're going to have free reign to do a lot of stuff. I think that might be what happened. And that's why we're supposed to be getting information about who's directing the Fantastic Four, and then all of a sudden it got dark and got quiet real quick. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm calling it in now. D23, where they're gonna say whoever's Johnny Storm, whoever's the Thing. They're gonna say Emily Blunt. They're gonna say John Krasinski is Mr. Fantastic and the director. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How insane would that be? Yeah, they're going to drop everything at D23. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if they're going to trust a new director to a family that's so important in what goes forward. This family is so important. I just don't know if they're going to trust a new director.
He does good movies.
He's made good. Yeah, he's
supposed to be the star. He's also got to be the star. Like, it's hard. That's Ben Affleck.
What's the other Quiet? What the hell? Quiet Place.
Oh, yeah.
Those are great movies, and he directed, him and his wife, and so I think he could do it. And then it's a big enough name, but also he doesn't have a lot of under his belt where I think Feige can control him a lot. Because I think Feige wants somebody to control with this, because Feige is going to micromanage the living crap out of Fantastic Four.
He has to, because literally it is. Everything that goes,
you can't micromanage the Russo brothers.
Yeah, and I think with what he's building up to, what they're building up to with Kang Dynasty and Secret War. He's gonna especially lay it on thick with micromanagement.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and ironically, Peyton Reed, and I'm sure I don't have to tell Braden this because he probably knows what I'm getting ready to say. Like way back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere around there, Peyton Reed was actually going to direct or tried to direct a Fantastic Four movie. Like he had a pitch that was going to take place like during the Cold War era. It actually sounded really dope. But Fox decided not to and hired the guy from Barbershop to direct it. But
I mean, Peyton Reed gave us Luke Skywalker back, so he knows how to handle fan fragile things, you know. So
yeah, so I like what he does with Ant-Man, you know.
Yeah,
I love Ant-Man. Yeah, so yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, so
but
yeah.
What do you guys think about the fact that this new Ant-Man is going to be so serious? It seems it's going to be super serious.
I'm good with it because Marvel kind of needs that right now, just kind of as a, you know, they kind of need to deviate from, you know, some of like the quips and mile a minute jokes and stuff like that. They've so I'm, especially with them saying this is going to be like a bit of a turning point in the MCU, you kind of need to go serious with that. Let Paul Rudd do his Paul Rudd thing here and there, but as long as you're not doing it mile a minute,
Paul Rudd, did you see that thing he did with Kang? Like, did you see that clip when he was like,
"Yeah,
I'm an Avenger"? And he said, "Have I killed you yet?"
Yeah, have I killed you? I mean, I'm a conqueror.
Yeah, it's like I was like, "Have I killed you yet?" Oh, don't worry, I'm a conqueror. Like, yeah, that's changed the whole way. Like, it was like, and then it was like, "No, I'm serious, bro. This is it.
Yeah,
this is your."
I'm with that. I'm with that. You know, we kind of need more of that, especially, you know, with everything that's you know, kind of in the distance or on the horizon. Yeah, go a little more serious with it. You know, go darker. You know, especially considering that your audience has started young and it is growing. You know, by the time Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars come out, the MCU will have been going strong for nearly 20 years. So, you know, 17 years we're talking about by then. You know, So. So yeah, go more serious. You know, kind of ease up on the joke button.
I don't know. Serious movies don't usually do as well though, unless you have every comic book character. That's why Endgame and Infinity War did so well. But the serious ones aren't. They have to be funny. Some type of multiple emotional. Tell me a movie that wasn't at least funny in some way that did that well.
True. Yeah, I'm saying have comic relief. You know, have some humor here and there, but just don't lay it on too thick. Otherwise, you're going to self-sabotage. I think that's one of the things that kind of crippled.
Yeah. So Doctor Strange.
I think that's.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Yeah, Blade.
Yeah,
Blade
but
has to be serious.
Blade was the last time we had Blade was 1998, and that was before.
No, even going forward, I don't know if you can do that many jokes.
Yeah,
you know, even going forward.
Yeah,
because it's going to be a dark vampire movie.
I'm saying he said Blade was not funny, but that was 1998, and that was before this new iteration of Marvel.
Before anybody knew it was a comic book.
Yeah.
And before the new iteration, but I think these recent Marvel movies have been. Everything has had some comedy in it, even though I gotta say, I don't know. Doctor Strange had funny parts in it, but really wasn't that funny. It was, it was pretty serious, and I think that made it so good too.
Yeah, so, same. You know, if you have a tether on the humor and know when to use it, like Infinity War did really good with that. You know, like we just said with Doctor Strange.
Hold on. What Brady says, Guardians wasn't funny. Yes, it was. It was over the top.
Wasn't over the top with the joke, which I agree.
But it wasn't serious either. I mean, you're talking about the first beginning of the movie, he's dancing all over the place. What are you guys talking about? It was very lighthearted, and it wasn't a very serious movie. It was very lighthearted. The music made it lighthearted. You know, even when they're in the prison, Rocket taking the guy, give me the guy's leg. I need the guy's. It wasn't jokey, but it was very lighthearted. It wasn't taking themselves very serious. We're talking about serious movie.
Yeah.
I'll give Guardians 1 like a 60-40, like serious to joke, which I think is where it should be at.
So, but you're saying that you want more than that than for Kang Dynasty, right? Not King Dynasty. I'm talking about from Quantumania. You need more than that. 60-40 is probably almost every movie. Iron Man 60-40.
I'll be okay with 60-40 because I think a lot of people, when they think funny now, they're thinking of the Thor: Love and Thunder, which was
that's just those 20.
But I think, but even Ant-Man 1 and 2 were probably 60-40.
Yeah, all of them are,
and you kept it serious enough and joke enough. I think it needs to continue with that.
Yeah, I mean, every good movie is that 60-40. You have to have some comedy in it, but if you get too dark, they have to do something to lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, I just hope that they don't
start with his mom dying.
His mom dying, but then when you get to Peter Quill, he's sitting there dancing on the planet.
Yeah,
try to.
That's why you hit the heartstrings first, and then you get into stuff.
This is the best one. Was Black Panther funny? No, it was not. It was just good. It was serious. It was a serious taking movie.
It was serious. It was serious with moments of comic relief.
Yeah.
If you do it that way.
Even that one I would give 75-25. Because there were the whole "what are those" thing, like a super old joke at that point.
And I think,
even like
I think. Yeah, I think Shuri was the source of the comic relief. I think it was very well placed.
But it was having a little sister. It made perfect sense because that's what your little sister does.
Yeah. I think if they do that with Kang Dynasty and hell, even Secret Wars, that's what I want. I don't want every serious moment like undercut with a joke like they did in Love and Thunder. As entertained as I was by Love and Thunder, I will say Waititi leaned a little too much into that, with undercutting undercutting. Yeah, So I don't want a situation like that.
Oh, what? The Black Panther wasn't good. It was mid. The villain sucked and the humor didn't hit. Well, the humor, like we're saying, there really wasn't that much humor. But the villain
up today and shows of violence. But,
I would say the villain was definitely one of the better villains.
Killmonger was amazing
because you were able to kind of like understand him. You were able to understand where he came from.
Black Panther is a top 5 movie that was produced by Marvel. Period.
Yeah,
Killmonger is complex, and that's why they started to get to villains that are not just one-sided. You understood the duality of everyone everyone was doing. You understood where they was coming from.
I'm sorry, Derpy. I love you, dude, but I can't sponsor that one.
That's no.
About the comedy.
Black Panther was amazing.
Yeah. Okay, see what they do with the new one. I mean, the new one's probably not going to be funny at all.
Yeah, at all. You're not going to have any comedy. Why would you want any comedy in there? I'll be mad. You see angry people with pitchforks.
Yeah, I can see like Riri and
having a good time.
Shuri, cracking a joke here and there, but it's going to be so minimal.
Yeah, I think that movie is going to be, if anything, I think that movie is going to be a downer.
Yeah,
I'm just going to stop talking to you right now. So. Just going to stop.
It had probably one of the better standalone film villains.
No, it is as far as the movies go. It changed everything. It changed everything that was going on.
Plus, Killmonger had the dopest theme music. I gotta keep it 100%. He was
dressed like music. Fucking Vegeta. That was awesome. Like, come on, Vegeta.
Which was a creative decision on Michael B. Jordan's part.
Yeah,
on him.
yeah, it was like legit. Like he
Yeah.
wanted to be Vegeta. Like yeah.
I'm looking at the ranking. Black Panther's 3.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it definitely one of the better. But but they said it really didn't have that much humor, so it really didn't hit. It just wasn't a humorous kind of movie. And this next one is going to be like
very much
0%, zero, even maybe even less. You know, I mean, I don't see Shuri like going to Riri and saying like, "What are those?" You know,
it's going to be a lot of crying, a lot of trying to get through the movie.
Hey, what's up, Melissa?
Hey, Melissa.
Hello from Oakland.
Guys, if we do not watch these trailers, it's never going to be watched.
Yeah. Let's get into some of these trailers, man.
Yeah, let's knock out these trailers.
Yeah, I got 4. I don't know if we're gonna get all 4. But since we're talking about Marvel, we can do the She-Hulk trailer first. Okay. The one, the Comic-Con one.
All right.
I like it, so yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
looks very fun.
I mean, we're already kind of. It could be a good transition from Marvel to the trailers. Oh shit! Let me hit this real quick so I know to edit.
Well, Melissa just said,
yeah,
Martin Sheen. I think the comic element will come from Martin Sheen.
It's not Martin Sheen. Is it Martin Sheen?
I think it's going to come from Bill Murray. It's going to come from Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, right?
No, I think she's like in Black Panther. I think she's talking about Martin
or Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, he was
because he's gonna be in Black Panther.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that if it is. Yeah. Can you imagine Martin Sheen?
For a minute, I was like, Martin Sheen's in the MCU. Who's he playing?
Hey, but listen, I gotta say this: She-Hulk CGI is still worrisome. I agree so much. I said the same thing to Tank yesterday. I was like, I don't know, man. I'm a little worried about the CGI, but I also understand that we already know what's going on with CGI and how all these things are going. It's tough, and if you keep on pushing the timeline, they're not going to finish it, and you're going to have even more bad press. And Marvel doesn't want more bad press.
Yeah. It's going to look good when it comes out. Trailers are one thing, but when it comes out, I think it's going to look good.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. You're saying, Martin Freeman.
Yeah,
I knew who you were talking about. Yeah,
The
Hobbit.
Yeah.
Which still pisses me off. You had Smeagol, you had the Gollum, and you had the Hobbit sitting across from each other. You didn't say my precious or precious, and you were literally talking about a precious metal. Like you're talking about vibranium. Come on, it's perfect. It was there. And I was like, damn it, Marvel. I was like, I'm blaming Ryan Coogler for that one. Are you now a Lord of the Rings fan?
Because we don't do that.
you had that we job, don't do that. And like plenty of memes have said. In addition to that, you had Martin Freeman, you had Jude Law, you had Benedict Cumberbatch, you had Robert Downey Jr. That was a Sherlock and Watson joke just waiting to happen at some point or another, and you just didn't.
Yeah. All the CGI editors were working on the monsters. That's funny.
Rob Zombie.
They need I don't know about that. Articles are coming about Marvel animators being pushed to the limits. Oh yeah,
it's all animators though. I mean, it's all animators everywhere.
All the VFX.
Yeah, I mean everywhere. They're doing too much work. So you bid something for $2 million. If it costs $2.5 million, you just lose the $500,000. That's just what it is, and that's the timelines are killing people, and it is what it is.
Yeah. Jude Law. I mean, there were so many issues I had with Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I was okay with it. It was very middle of the road. I
didn't hate it.
That's middle of the road. As if you talked about earlier.
It's just.
That's Captain America, First Avenger. It's the same type of stuff. That's 79, 80%. It's a B-. It's okay.
Yeah,
that's what that is.
Yeah,
it was just that's all that was. It was okay.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some of these trailers.
Yeah. Let's go.
Where we at? All right. Let me bring that down. We said Disney budgets are not properly allocated. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, Disney's got problems.
Hey, you bid what you
all the way
want
at
to
the top. All the way at the top. Yeah. But all right, let's get into some of these trailers real quick.
Yep.
So we're gonna start off with She-Hulk. I believe this was the trailer that came out for Comic-Con. People are loving it. Loving this trailer at least. All right, let's watch it and then talk about it.
All right.
Wow! Jeez, what the hell, man?
Still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely. This is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Being a Hulk asks for balance. You have so much more to learn. Yes!
I'm clearly nailing it at all these things.
If you want to go back to life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
More and more eccentric superhumans are coming out of the woodwork. We're going to launch a division for them, and I want the She-Hulk to be the face of it.
Jennifer Waters. Namaste.
I have a serious conflict of interest. This man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right.
Oh. People only care because I'm representing Emil Blonsky. I think they care because they're like, hey, that girl's great. Jen, do your thing. God, I really like this outfit. I'm not proud of this.
Miss Walters, we answer to a higher power. Our universe is on the edge of a precipice.
I am a lawyer. We do things by the book.
The Book of Ashanti.
No, the Book of American.
Like right there, that looks terrible.
Whether you like it or not, you're now a superhero.
Let's do this. You know that friend you had in high school who was way cooler than you were, attractive, got all the attention from everyone? Hello.
I think I'm jealous. Is that what I'm feeling?
There it is.
In the maroon and yellow
couple
suit,
weeks.
too.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
So, I like how fun and light it looks. I kind of like the idea because I think they said every episode it's going to be like kind of like half-hour episodes and as well as it's going to be kind of like I heard it's going to be like in the vein of Ally McBeal, which I think could be fun.
That'd be awesome.
Friggin', I love the actress playing her, Tatiana Maslany. She was great in stuff. Look no further than Orphan Black. You know, she's great on that show. So very confident in that choice of acting. Hopefully they touch up the CG a little more. I think my idea is kind of my opinion kind of aligns with yours in that regard, but I don't think that's going to be enough to hurt the show. It still looks pretty fun. I love that she's breaking the fourth wall like in the comics.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rom-com.
Yeah. So it's interesting to see her defending Abomination, Blonsky, after all the crap he pulled in the Incredible Hulk solo film.
Yeah. I like what they're doing with this. I mean, it looks really good. I mean,
it looks fun.
It's very fun. You know, I don't like Hulk is like the eighth strongest character ever created in Marvel. yet he's just always like the butt of everyone's joke. Man, we need to get Hulk needs to be Hulk. You know,
Yeah.
I just want him just to Hulk out and just tear everybody a new one. So I want that to happen so bad. I'm just so tired of not being Hulk. I want Hulk to just be. He's powerful. He's not the joke. He's not everyone's, punching bag. And that's what he's turned into. But this show is amazing, and she looks great, and she's better. She looks better as She-Hulk. So I'm all for it.
It's getting better. At least the CGI with her.
But the cartoon sometimes it looks cartoonish.
It does. Yeah. But Melissa said, I hope Daredevil gets a strong setup over the next few plus series. I hope so too.
Speaking of Daredevil, that final shot of him like jumping and flipping, was that CG?
I think so.
Did that look CG to anyone else?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Granted, I don't mind because Daredevil could do crazy stuff like that in the comics.
Definitely CG. That's CG. No doubt.
But yeah, I'm excited for that one. And
here, Melissa got a question. He goes, I have a question. As someone who is new to the whole comics, did he ever merge like in the MCU? Because I don't like Smart Hulk. He does away with the whole mythos. Yeah,
he did.
So in the comics,
Hulk.
he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah, it doesn't last long though.
But he's not a joke like as long as this is being. He's not a joke. He's still.
Yeah.
I would love to see World Breaker Hulk. I want to see him be that OP.
And that's what I think we're going to get. I think we're going to get that. I think that's going to be one of those movies that are missing. I think that we're going to get something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The issue a lot that I have having with it is whenever the Hulk and Banner, because the Hulk is his own person. He's his own consciousness. He's his own thing. And whenever the Bruce Banner tries to control Hulk, he gets angry, and obviously you don't want Hulk angry. I think all this is going to build up. The whole time, Hulk is sitting in there just like, what are you doing to me? Like, why are we doing this? Why are we doing yoga and not, punching Thor, And I think it's all going to come out. And instead of kind of how you get, not World War Hulk, World War Hulk, like where he was mad at all the Avengers for casting him away.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do something like that, but he's going to be mad at Banner for casting him away.
Because going back to his origins. Yeah. We've seen in recent movies that Banner has not been Hulk, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's been back in his human form.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
in the end of Shang-Chi.
Yeah. So we're going to see, I believe at least, them split up, and we're going to get a big thing for Hulk. I think Hulk's going to snap and just start killing everybody.
Yeah. And hopefully She-Hulk ties up that loose end and explains why we see him in Shang-Chi in his human form.
That's right. We have Wong in this. I mean, at this point, phase 4, 5, and 6 should be called the Wong saga.
Basically, Wong is the Wong is the multiverse saga's Nick Fury, basically.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Actually, a friend of mine were actually.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, a friend of mine and I were talking about that earlier. I was like, yeah, man, I think he's like basically like the Fury of the multiverse saga, especially with them kind of going more into the fantasy elements and Fury being off-world. Do you think do you want Norton and Banner's Hulks to make cameos? Well, Norton's essentially was the Ruffalo version.
Yeah, right? They're the same.
Yeah.
They're the same Hulk. And Banner's, I would
pretend they never happened.
Yeah.
Banner's never actually happened. They don't believe in that. Yeah. Ed Norton is the same Hulk. That should have. Yeah. I mean, Ed Norton should have been Hulk all that time. If I don't know, whatever happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know if Ed Norton was a dick. I don't know if Marvel just didn't like him, they want to pay him. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is Ed Norton's Hulk was still going to be the Hulk that we got.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate because I really liked Norton. Really.
Yeah, they're saying they're going to stay far away from Banner, and I think Norton and Marvel don't have a good relationship. So, as much as you want to, or if you don't want to, I don't think it's going to happen either way. But Ruffalo does deserve his own film.
Yeah. He does.
He's like, a good series actor too.
He really is, you know, and I liked how serious he started out in the first Avengers movie he was in, you know, before, like you guys said, before they made him a progressive kind of punchline.
Yep.
You know, yeah, give this man a solo film.
Give him a solo film. Let him be what he really is.
Yeah.
You know, we should see how close it is between Thor and Hulk for the strongest Avenger. It's really it should be up there.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see it to be that they're so strong. Watch what Hulk does. Watch how Thor goes to a different level. See how Hulk can do that same thing, and let's get some respect for him.
Yeah. Put some respect on his name.
I don't know if I liked Ang Lee's direction. It was
I get what Ang Lee was trying to do, but that got kind of tedious to watch at times with the whole comic book style editing. You know, something's happening right here, something's happening right here, something's happening down here, and you're looking all like I get what he was trying to do, and I appreciate what he was trying to do, but it became a little bit of an eyesore and tough to watch at times.
Yeah.
And you know,
and kind of is doing the same thing with Thor, with kind of making him a joke, which it's true.
100%.
But also Thor, still when it's time to do Thor stuff, he does Thor stuff. Hulk hasn't done Hulk stuff since he become Professor Hulk. That's my only difference. But they are doing it
when
with Thor.
Thor is the guy. He is literally the strongest Avenger. You can see we Thor's interest into Wakanda and not Endgame, Infinity War is still the best entrance I've ever seen any Avenger do ever. Like he came in kicking everyone's butt. Like it was amazing. At least he has those things, you know.
And Hulk I think a lot of
never did anything. But Temple City on accident.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people are really exaggerating with Thor when they're saying, "Oh, they're making Thor an idiot." No, they're not making him an idiot. He's a goofball at times, but like you said, when it comes time to be serious, he's very serious, you know, and he's competent, you know. So
yeah,
I can't really get behind the claim that Thor isn't. He's a goofball. Taika Waititi's made him a goofball, but he's a very competent goofball.
Yeah, he's still Thor. Like
he's still Thor. Yeah,
Hulk is not even Hulk anymore. Yeah. He's that other guy.
He's Green Bruce Banner or Bruce Banner. Yeah. But cool. Let's we'll squeeze one more in.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Here, I'll let you guys pick. So there's three there's three more I wanted to watch.
Okay.
Dungeons and Dragons, Samaritan, and then the Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
All right, we have to watch Dungeons and Dragons because I'm a nerd.
Okay.
And then if it goes fast enough, we can do a Samaritan because I want to watch both of those.
All right, so go with Dungeons and Dragons first, Hank.
Look at it. You want Pinocchio, don't
Pinocchio.
you?
I think it's the better of the three. I think it's the best out of the three.
Why don't we start with Pinocchio then?
All right, let's do it.
I don't know if we could do all three.
Let's do Pinocchio.
Let's stop talking and let's go.
Okay. All right. So we gotta do a 5-6 minute limit max.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we got one more trailer. We are going to watch. We'll watch Pinocchio then. So it's a quick little trailer. It's gonna be out on Netflix. It is a stop motion movie. So yeah, let's just watch it and then we'll talk about it a little bit.
From my many wanderings on this earth, I had so much to say about imperfect fathers and imperfect sons, and about loss and love. I've learned that there are old spirits who rarely involve themselves in the human world, but on occasion, they do. I want to tell you a story. It's a story you may think you know, but you don't. A story.
I'm loving this already, by the way.
Of the wooden boy.
I feel as though you've been here before. The wooden boy with the borrowed soul. Be his son. Fill his days with light. We shall call you Pinocchio.
Oh, what a day, what a day.
I'm with that.
December.
I'm with that.
Del Toro's gonna win a freaking Oscar. He's gonna win an Oscar.
In love. I am in love. I mean, at first I was watching, I was like, man, I'm not gonna like this. And the more I watched it, I was like, a tear almost came in my eye. And I'm like, man, this is good. This is so good. This is going to be epic.
Yeah. And Del Toro always puts 150% in any and everything he does. And I think this Pinocchio is like a passion project of his. So I'm with that. I'm actually more with that than I am the live action Disney adaptation that's coming out, because as spot on as Pinocchio looks in that, as great as Tom Hanks looks, and I'm sure as great as Tom Hanks will be, just the Disney live action adaptations are just so dull and soulless for the most part to me, with the exception of maybe like one or two of them. Yeah, this looks great, and I love that they're going the route of stop motion. It suits the content.
Exactly, it gives me James and the Giant Peach vibes. Exactly,
James and the Giant Peach vibes. Yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I love stop motion. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, we don't get enough stop motion.
Melissa's agreeing. No. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then she was like, "Kenobi's that you? That is Kenobi."
Yeah,
Ewan McGregor is, I guess, Jiminy Cricket is what it's gonna be. Yeah, yeah, it
looks so good. I think I'm going to really enjoy watching this with my children. Something around Christmas time, it's going to be so perfect for the timing. Yeah. Thank you. I'm actually going to say just thank you right now, because I'm going to have a great Christmas because of this movie. I can see it with my kids.
I didn't know anything about this when it dropped. I'm like, really? Like, we just had a Pinocchio like a couple years ago, like a French version. And then Disney's releasing their new live action version. And then this, I'm like, really? This is going to be the best one. I mean, yeah. I mean,
I don't know if it's going to make it. It's not going to make any money because it's Netflix, whatever, Netflix. But that thing is going to really, I'm telling you, it's going to save Christmas. Like, I can see sitting in the fireplace, watching that with my children, and them actually being quiet and being enamored with what we're watching, and giving that same feeling that I felt when I watched Pinocchio the first time, and I can't wait. I'm excited now.
Yeah, it's gonna be number one on Netflix at least 2 weeks. Easily. Top 10 for at least a month and a half. Until going into February, it's gonna be in the top 10. Trending kind of list.
Yep,
but it does look good. Yeah, the Disney live action will be what was that?
Saccharine.
Saccharine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, welcome to Departure from Pixar Animation Style. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Love it. That's why I'm like this one. Yeah, this one's gonna be definitely one of my favorite ones. And Del Toro's winning an Oscar. I'm calling it. He's winning an Oscar.
Oh yeah, it's winning
live action or best animated. Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's get into one more trailer.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get into another trailer that was released. I believe it was released the very first day of Comic-Con. Dungeons and Dragons, which I've seen it already, and pretty surprising. So let's watch it and then see what you guys think.
Here's the thing. We're a team of thieves. And when you do this, you're bound to make enemies. Sometimes those enemies come looking for revenge. Truth be told, we helped the wrong person steal the wrong thing. We didn't mean to unleash the greatest evil the world has ever known. But we're gonna fix it.
So how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink?
Probably best.
You need to
To give us a fighting chance, we're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
We also need courage,
Back to school.
magic, and you. What is that again? It's an owl there.
Let's go.
Be warned. There is evil here.
I'm glad he's on our side.
This one's dangerous. But whatever happens, we'll be ready.
What is it exactly that you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
you make plans that fail.
No,
He also plays the lute.
not relevant.
That looks fun.
There you go.
That
Yeah, it
looks like a
does.
lot of fun.
It looks
You know-
cool, like visually looks really
Yeah, definitely looks very cool visually. Cinematography looks great. You know, at worst, it'll be a fun time, and it'll definitely be better than the one with Jeremy Irons and Marlon Wayans.
It is not. This is not the way I thought it was going, but
like that's
I'm thinking this is a good time for it. You know,
Yeah.
with all the other things we're getting with Dragons and the success that we've had of all these other shows, I think that this is a good time for Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
And that this is going to be good. And they have good characters. They have well-known actors, and I think this is going to do okay. It's going to do pretty good.
And it looks like it's really embracing the camp factor, but it looks it's doing it. It seems to be like it's doing it the right way. You know, because camp is a very risky thing and a very tough thing to do right. It looks like it's doing. It looks like it's hitting the right notes in that regard.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. You know, I actually thought it was going to be more of a.
That's why.
A Jumanji.
D&D is in everyone's head right now because of Stranger Things. Perfect time, like you said, dragons, magic stuff, Witcher, Game of Thrones, Dungeons and Dragons, the actual game because of Stranger Things.
Yep.
This is the perfect time for this movie to come out.
But honestly, I thought it was going to be more like Jumanji. Like they were going to have their characters and then they go inside the Dungeons and Dragons game. But I think this might work well.
Yeah, I think it's gonna do well. And it's got Michelle Rodriguez in it. She's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah,
Chris Pine.
And Chris Pine's like one of the coolest dudes in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So I'm with it.
I'm super excited.
I'm
about
with
it. When did it say? It just said 2023, March 2023.
I think it said March.
Yep.
Yeah. Got a little bit.
Yeah, that was kind of a surprise trailer when I first saw it. I was like, oh, okay. That kind of caught me off guard.
Yeah, because when they announced the movie a while back, it wasn't even really on my radar that much.
It was on mine because I like Dungeons and Dragons, but I actually thought it would be more like Jumanji. That they would have played it like Jumanji, like the characters, and you have to get into the game, you get pulled to the game type of thing, or you see the game and things are actually happening. Someone outside is controlling your actions or something like that. Just something like that. And this is different, so I'm okay with it. It's the right time.
Yeah. So looks like they're doing right by Dungeons and Dragons this time.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah.
So,
right. I like it.
It can't get any worse than the last live action version we got.
I actually forgot about that one because I just wanted to erase it from my freaking brain.
Yeah.
That was bad.
I remember seeing that in the theater when I was a kid.
Oh God, yeah, I saw it because my grandfather was big into like a lot of this kind of stuff, so we were watching it. And I was like,
Yeah.
but like he's like, no, that's bad. I'm like, okay, good. So, cool. You guys want to do one more? Or you want to call it a night?
Yeah, I'll do one more. 5 minutes, guys.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah.
All right.
So it's getting past my bedtime, so let's knock this last one out.
Yeah.
All right. Last trailer for the night. It might be the best one, maybe. But this one was kind of again surprised a lot of people on how well it really is, at least for me. So this is Samaritan over on Amazon Prime with what was it? Stallone. Couldn't think of his name.
I've heard really good things about this. I want to see.
Have you guys seen the trailer yet?
No,
I have not.
Oh no. Oh,
I have
okay.
not.
Yeah, we're definitely watching this one. All right.
Wait up. What do you do with all this junk? Keep me busy.
Another long night of crime and violence. Some say it's only a matter of time before the city implodes.
I think we're finished here. Go on, beat it.
I found him.
Unbreakable.
Samaritan died 25 years ago.
That's what they say.
You think you live across from a superhero? Do you have a therapist, kid?
Kid. Samaritan's dead. I pick up garbage for a living, pal.
Samaritan cleans up the streets.
You mind your business, I'll mind mine.
I don't believe you! Are you okay?
I'm cool.
How strong are you?
Not as strong as I once was. Things start to fall apart when you stop caring. And I stopped caring a long time ago.
How come you hate who you are?
For some people, it's too late to change the damage they've done. He's hiding something. I want him dead. Really? The things you bury tend to haunt you.
Why did you disappear?
All right, I'm in.
Hey, old man! Try this. Come on!
I'm
There you
in.
go.
Yeah,
Pause that.
count me in. That looks fun.
Yeah.
That looks fun. Yeah.
Let's see the freaking bad guy. It's this he played
who's that actor?
Greyjoy. He played the Uncle Greyjoy in Game of Thrones. I can't think of his first name.
That's who that was.
Yeah.
Who was that actor?
He has a Pilo Palo Pilou. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was in Ghost in the
played,
Shell also.
Yeah,
exactly.
He played Euron Greyjoy.
Mhm.
So, yeah,
That's who that was.
He's a good bad guy. I mean, that show had a lot of good bad guys, but he was a pretty good bad guy, and he looks pretty like bad in this one with the beard and the tatted up and everything like that.
I love this thing to be on Amazon Prime. That looks awesome. Stallone is believable. You know.
Yeah.
Even the Samaritan's better than Batman.
Oh man.
Well, Samaritan has powers.
Exactly. Batman don't have powers. Exactly. No,
We got to go to bed.
Yeah. It is getting past my bedtime, dude.
That was really cool. I can't wait to see it.
I'm excited.
It's going to be on my calendar. I'm going to really enjoy watching it.
That's a definite watch for me.
Less than a month away.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's great. I appreciate you even showed me that one because that's going to change things I want to watch.
Did it say the day?
August 26th, I think.
August 25th or 26th.
Oh,
Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It was supposed to come out in theaters, and then the rumor is Amazon threw a shit ton of money at it, and they were like, "We want it." I'm like, cool. So
I wanted to. Thanks, guys.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. Thank you. Thank you, Melissa, for hanging out with us.
Thank you, Melissa.
Yes, Melissa, that was fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So is it time to go ahead and make like Jordan Peele and get out?
Time to throw Dusty Trail.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, hey, we didn't even talk about that. I wanted to talk a little bit about that. The whole if you get a chance tomorrow when you're bored at work, look up Logan Paul Nope review. It's he's getting a shit ton of hate, a freak ton of hate, and it's so funny. It's so funny.
Man, yeah, I'll be sure to do that tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So, but if you want some bedtime sleep or bedtime read, look up that and watch all the people shit on Logan Paul.
Oh, I just read his first headline. Okay, I want to watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
So,
might
all right.
catch up.
Yeah. So, but cool. Thank you, everyone, hanging out. Derpy, all that stuff.
Thank you.
Melissa, Sandy,
Martin.
Derpy, Martin came in, Braden, Cult Lords, someone else. Jimmy. I'm forgetting.
Jimmy, of course, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Alyssa.
Darth Sand Trooper. Alyssa, yeah.
Thank you for the follow. Yeah, Darth Sand Trooper followed.
So I mean, thank all you guys. This was a fun show. Chad,
yeah.
I'm not gonna forget you either.
Chad. But cool. Man, that's it. It is freaking 2.5 hours. What the hell?
Yeah.
Again, another hour just talking about Batman.
Stop bringing them up, then we won't have to worry about this anymore.
This is gonna be a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I didn't have like a button for when we started talking about Batman.
It should be an alarm.
Like,
now let's move on to other business.
Yes, exactly.
That's gonna be-
Exactly.
That's it.
Oh, that's great.
Cool. Appreciate y'all. And we'll see you guys
Monday.
Next Monday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Pets and Prey, I think. So very two different movies. very different movies. So, but cool. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the weekend. See you guys later.
Thank you guys. All right.